Do you love him this morning?
Amen.
I don't know what you've come to do, but I've come to praise him one more time. From Sabbath to Sabbath, it is a miracle. Our hearts are heavy this week because we lost a student at Oakwood University. This student was from Detroit, Michigan. I met the student this past summer, and I said to Carvel, I said, go to Oakwood and finish the task. He was in the library studying when he got a call from his friend who was in a fight. He went to help his friend. But you see, fists are no match for bullets. And as he was running away, 8 gunshots went off and 4 hit him. I'm here to tell you that today is not even promised. So I head back him to Detroit to help funeralize Carvel Goodlow. Just 2.5 weeks ago, we laid to rest our queen, Aretha Franklin. I had the privilege of being there and walking in with the family, knowing the pain, understanding the pain. See, pain has no color, has no financial barrier, no zip code. But as they went to close the casket and put her in the mausoleum with her father and her siblings, but in 3 days she didn't rise. 3 days she didn't rise. She might have been the queen of soul, but Jesus is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. We need to take a look at who we serve. There's nothing wrong with appreciating people, but we need to understand that there's only one God, one faith, and one baptism. Now let me just tell you a little bit before I get into his word. I did not come here to please you. I came to please Jesus. I don't work for a conference. I have a board of directors that I answer to, but I don't work for them. They work for me. I have siblings who I answer to. My parents are deceased. But I'm not anybody's woman but God's woman. I'm not even my own woman because I would mess everything up. So I'm here to let you know that I serve God. So whether you smile, and you need to, because those teeth are yours whether you bought them or not. If you stare at me with a locked face, it's all right. Because you cannot keep this joy inside of me. I'll tell you in a minute, hold my mule. Because I have so much to praise him for. I don't know what you've been through this month, this day, this hour, this second, this minute. But I'm here to let you know that my God is good. From the youngest to the eldest. And there's no problem that God can't fix. So I stand before you this morning just thanking you for this great invitation. To Sister Irving and her committee, I want to say thank you. To the board of this church who voted it, because nothing gets past the board. I've sat on boards. And to your gracious pastor. I was talking to Pastor today, and we want to keep the family in prayer. The baby is not feeling well. But Pastor reminded me of something. I said, it was good to see you at the leadership conference where I spoke for the women's ministry. And then seeing them at camp meeting where I spoke for Family Life and Ministry last year. But he said, Dr. Logan, that's not where I first met you. And I said, well, where was it, Pastor Ricardo? He said, when you came to Oakwood to preach, I was a junior at Oakwood with your daughter. And he said there was something about you. I want you to know this has been 2 years in the making to get me here. Because when you work for God, there is no time to rest. You can rest when you die. You can rest when you die. So therefore, I'm here with the SDA all day. All day. If you was with me last night, you know what that means. So when I was down at some of the other churches, my Church of God, Pentecostal Baptist, Lutheran, they said, you 7 day? I said, I'm 7 day all day. But I was raised 7 day and Church of God in Christ. Mom's family, 7 day, Pentecostal. Daddy, Church of God in Christ. So as I said last night, in church on Wednesday night prayer service, in church Saturday all day, because Marshall T. Kelly was my pastor. It takes everything to serve the Lord.
Amen.
So when you have that on one end, and then you're over here on Sunday with Reverend Charles Nix and the St. James Choir, and you're just praising God with Mattie Moss Clark and the Clark sisters and the Winans, and you know, you're raised with this feeling of joy and praise. And sometimes, you know, I would be in church, you know, and they try to sit her down. That's over at the SDA church. And they said, you better let her praise God, because she could be praising the enemy somewhere else. So they really didn't know what to do with me. When I went to go in the shop, when I went to kicking off my shoes and praising God and crying. See, when my sister broke out in tears, I understand. See, we've gotten conditioned You are the same God that parted the Red Sea. The same God that closed the lion's mouth down. The same God that had the 3 Hebrew boys. Nothing was touched, Lord God. And when they looked in and said there's a 4th that looks like the Son of God. Now, Lord, do what only you can do. Hide me behind Calvary. That neither I've seen nor heard. And we will give you all the glory because that's something you will never share your glory. In Jesus' precious name. Amen. Let the church say amen. I said let the church say amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I bring you greetings from my pastor, Pastor Dwayne Duncan, who are classmates with your pastor. I like these young pastors. They bring a fresh and new perspective. A new idea. Yes, we can still serve, but let them go ahead and lead. Amen. Let them lead. Get out of their way and let them lead. Don't discourage the young pastors that are coming in. We need the new ideas and visions of God's people. Amen. We need new blood in the church. So when new members come here from other denominations, welcome them. Let them learn and let them serve. Amen. We tend to want to hold people back, and then if they're not involved, they are going to leave the church. I want to talk a little bit today about, last night we talked about convinced but not converted. How we are convinced that we know that God is God, but we're not converted to serve God. We are convinced that the Sabbath is the Sabbath, but we have conversation on Sabbath afternoon that is not of God. We know that we should be healthy and exercise, but we're not converted to get to the gym. We know we shouldn't eat certain things, we're convinced of it, but we eat it anyway, and therefore we're not converted. We have a bad attitude about things, we know we're convinced about it. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm not converted to stop gossiping. I'm convinced that I should be friendlier and get the scroll off my face and that frown off my face, but I'm not converted to smile. So I'm going to ask you to smile. You all are not going to scare me. I'm from the east side of Detroit. Okay, did you hear what I said? I am from Detroit. All right? East side, deep east side. All right? Black bottom, amen? I was one of them little girls that had to fight all the time, Kim. You know? And every time my mother came up to school, what now? What now? Well, Mama, they, you know, and Mama said, just control yourself. I wish somebody would put their hands on me. Okay, I'm walking around the school all big and bad. All right, 3rd grade, 4th grade, parents coming up to school every day. Call me a hoodlum. I terrorized the other students in the school. I said, don't you even look my way. Amen. Listen, so you can sit there all you want. All right, because I'm a hoodlum for Jesus. Amen. Hoodlum. Amen. Hallelujah. I want to thank Sister Dudley. I call her Principal. Mighty woman of God. I got to see her office before I leave, you know, just to lay hands on her. Amen. Her beautiful daughters. Pam took me home last night to the hotel. Thank you. Everything is just beautiful. Your treasury took care of everything. Ladies, listen. Now I just got to say something. I'm quiet. Where's she go? They went back across the way. All right, get my message to her. Listen, you know how some folks travel with a choir? Follow me now, all right? They have their own solos. Follow me, Kim. Amen. You know, I got to go back to Dubai. I'm going back to Rome and London, and got to go to Greece and Morocco and Africa for a few weeks. And, you know, I think the choir should come along with me. Don't you think so? Hallelujah. Amen. Yes, and all these other folks that are traveling choir and women, personal singer and things. I used to have my own singer, Kim, but she got married and left me. Amen. I said, I understand, all right? But listen, now we can work out a schedule because that song, and the choir, did y'all see me videotaping? Because I'm the Facebook queen. I'm on Facebook. And they said, well, Kim, you didn't post anything. Oh, it's coming, all right? So I had to give them a little taste and on Instagram. So I thank God. Well, let me just get into the word. I'm so excited to be here. See, church should be a place of joy. Where you can smile, get some healing. You don't need Xanax. You don't need that Tylenol. Let the Holy Spirit be your Tylenol. Let God be your Xanax, all right? Jesus will deal with it all. And so when you come here, and you need to feel good about coming. And you need to hear something that's going to uplift your spirits. Something that's going to make you laugh. Make you smile. Amen? Because some of you all, you should see what I see. Where they get her from? No, she's not up there going on like this. Listen, don't run to the pastor. Don't go to the woman's leader. Come talk to me. Amen? Let's handle this woman Detroit style. Amen? All right? Let's handle it that way. I don't know how you're going to handle things down in Jacksonville, all right? But we, I believe, have so much to smile about because God is good. No matter what our circumstances may be, He is still on the throne. Amen? A story is told about a young lady. And I do walk a lot, so I'm trying to keep up with me. A story is told of a young woman. And she was a school teacher. And she was leaving the house. And her husband said, I need to talk to you. She said, I don't have time to talk to you right now. So as she left, she drove. She was very upset. She was even crying. She got to her classroom, got situated, and then she sat at her desk and she gave out the exam. Well, a few minutes later, Kim, she got up and she walked around the classroom, and a young lady pushed a note on the side of the test, and it said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. So the teacher went back and sat down, and another young lady came to her and gave her a piece of paper and said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. The young lady went back and sat down. The bell rang, and the students all got up to leave, and the last student that walked out gave her a note that said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not to thy own understanding. So she got so excited, she called her husband. And she said, honey, what is it? He said, let me tell you something first. She said, okay, well, what is it? He said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct that path. The woman did not know and understand what she was going through. All she knew, she was being attacked by the enemy. Have you ever felt like you've been attacked by the enemy? You didn't even understand why it was coming your way, but you knew it was the enemy. That's why we must pray without ceasing. We must study to show ourselves approved, a workman that need not be ashamed. The Bible says in Psalms 34:1, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continue to be in my mouth. And when I go over to Hebrews 1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And then when I go to verse 6, it is impossible to please God without faith, because he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. The word didn't say scared, it said diligently. It didn't say sometimes, part-time, no time. It said diligent. But when you're not in your word with your spouse and your children and yourself, how can you receive what God needs? I thank the Lord for giving me a husband that prayed with me every day. I wasn't going to marry a man that didn't know the power of prayer, because I didn't get silly. And he had to lay hands on me. Lay hands, he said, Lord, help my wife. How many of you husbands ever say, Lord, help my wife? I wouldn't raise those hands if I was you. You won't get dinner for a week. So the teacher began to recognize that there were some major concerns. I want to talk a little bit, just a little bit, about God's unmeasurable favor. Your exit plan, but be careful not to sabotage. A lot of times we get in God's way, and we don't understand what God is doing, because that's not your business. Our business is to recognize what God needs to do. Let's look at Rahab in the book of Joshua. Now, the scripture has been read, and I'm going to paraphrase it because of the sake of time, and not to rush the spirit, because remember now, I'm Church of God. We be in church at 8 o'clock tonight with no food, amen? Go all day, all right? All day. I remember my first time I was there And so church started at 9:30, went to 12, almost 12 o'clock midnight. Amen. And we came to sit in church for 2 or 3 hours. Can't make it to Sabbath school. Ellen G. White says that those who attend Sabbath school and prayer meeting will be the ones saved, because they are getting the knowledge about the Word of God. I'm just saying. So if you are spending more time watching television, spending time with certain TV characters, all right, that is not beholden to God, all right, why would you sit and watch something that is going to have you all upset? No, she didn't. Did you see what he did? I can't believe that. Did you see that? Why are you even watching? They can't hear you. You might want to tweet something, but you are spending more time in that, and then you're going to pay an electric bill. I'm not going to pay an electric bill to watch foolishness. I'm not paying a cable bill to watch foolishness. But also we have to find balance, because I'm not going to sit by and let you watch football for 10 hours either. You know, and you haven't washed any windows, you haven't vacuumed, you haven't done any laundry. Show me in the Bible where it says, woman, do thou laundry. Show me in the Bible says, woman, do thou mop. Show me in the word where, woman, thou are the only one to cook. And that's one of the major reasons of divorce, the responsibilities of chores in the household. It's putting too much on one person. So in the story of Rahab looked at the situation with open eyes. A lot of times we go ahead of God. Number one, you need to write some things down. Number two, open eyes. She had open eyes because she heard about the God of Israel. How many sermons have we heard in this church? And how many more sermons do you need to hear in order to get it right? How many more? How many times do you need to hear, cohabitating is a sin? Sex outside of marriage is a sin. Come on, somebody. But yet we don't want to preach it, but we just want to allow it. And God's going to hold us accountable. In my new book, Co-Signing Bad Behavior, if you don't say anything about the bad behavior, you're co-signing it with them. You know that they cohabitate, but yet they're serving as an officer of the church. You know they don't return tithes and offering, but yet they are serving as the officer of the church. Co-signing bad behavior. Well, Rahab wasn't going to co-sign any more bad behavior. Now the question is, Rahab lied. Sister Bella, she lied. She lied to the king and to the guards. Are you hiding the men, the spies? I don't know what you're talking about. Now some people say, well, how does God allow that lie and then we can't lie? That's something you got to take up with God. And when you get to the kingdom, it really won't matter. Amen? Okay, it just won't matter. I feel Rahab had to do what Rahab had to do. But God and her have to work that out. You stay out of that. Amen? Folks want to build a sermon around the lie. Please. All right. So Rahab hid the men. Now Rahab was an entrepreneur. See now, I like Rahab. I've been an entrepreneur for 37 years. I like being my own boss. I like coming in and, looking around my suites and making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. I like when I can just take off and leave and I can go and do what I need to do, but when I'm there, I'm working 19, 20 hours a day. Because if I'm not there working, my whole team does not get